Hey, it's Haley. Welcome to The Haley Show here on Auntie's YouTube channel. My name, of course, is Haley, and I'm the Canadian crafter behind TheFoiledPlan here on YouTube. Now, on my own YouTube channel, I like to dabble in all different types of crafting, so just know that every episode of Hey, it's Haley on Auntie's channel is going to be different from the last. We might be foiling, working on sublimation projects, learning how to design things using Cricut or Silhouette, creating upcycled DIYs, working with resin, learning how to emboss. The list goes on, and I'm so excited to share all these fun crafty things with you. Now today we're going to be making faux whipped mug toppers, and you might be wondering, can I eat these? No, you absolutely cannot. Please don't put this in your mouth. But you can use them for decorative purposes. So if you have a little hot cocoa or coffee bar area in your house, you can set those on top of your mugs and it just makes the space look really cute. Or if you have a little business, maybe you sell mugs, then you can set those on top of the mugs before you take photos to post online. It just looks a little more visually appealing rather than just a photo with the mug. So to get started, I'm going to take one of these styrofoam balls that I got at the dollar store, and I'm just going to take a blade and I'm going to cut it in half. I'll be able to use this for 2 mug toppers. So once I'm finished, I'll just set the other one off to the side. Now I'm going to take a scrap piece of foam board and I'll take my little pen cup here and I'm going to trace around it with a pen. You just basically need a circular shape that's a little bit larger than the foam ball that you've cut in half. And you can even use one of the mugs that you plan to set this on top of if need be, but it's kind of better if it's a little bit smaller than the opening of the mug. Once I cut that out with my blade, I will take some hot glue and I will attach the half of the styrofoam ball to that flat piece. Next, I'm going to take some spackling, and this is from Beauty Tone. I just got it at my local hardware store. It doesn't have to be this brand. This was just what was on sale. So I'm just mixing it around just because it's been a little bit since I've used it. And I'm going to scoop some out and then put it in a bowl. Now you don't need a whole lot if you're just doing one topper, but chances are you're probably going to do more than one at a time. I always like to make sure though that I have more than enough because there's nothing worse than getting partway finished and you run out. So always make sure you have a little bit more than you actually need. Then we're going to put the lid right back on there so it doesn't dry out. If you leave it as is, it's going to have sort of a light cream look rather than that bright white look. So in order to achieve a bright white look, I'm going to add in some white acrylic paint. And for this, I just measure with my heart. And then I give it a mix, and if I feel like it needs some more, then I'll just add some more white paint. And you can do this with other colors as well. I've seen some really cute pink ones, even some green ones for a more minty look. The options are endless. Now I'm going to empty out my little pen holder thing again, and I'm going to take my piping bag. These come in a pack of, I think, 5 from the baking section at Walmart. And I just set the tip inside the pen holder and I fold the bag around the cup. It just makes it easier to add the spackling to. Then I'll take my spatula and scoop the spackling into the piping bag. Then I fold the sides of the bag back up and around and I'll pull it out of the holder. And then I'm just going to push the spackling back down as far to the tip as I can possibly get it. And I want to make sure there's no air bubbles in there, so I might need to kind of wiggle it around. And then I will twist the end of the bag and we're ready to start piping. Now, normally I have a stemmed wine glass in here that I use specifically for this, but I couldn't find it today. So again, we're using this little organizer cup. It is really coming in clutch for this project. I'm just gonna take some painter's tape, make a little loop, and then we're gonna set that foam ball base situation on top of that. And now we're actually ready to start piping. So let's go. Now, the biggest thing is to keep this all one fluid motion, so don't stop until you get to the very end. I use my left hand to turn the cup, And then my right hand is what I use to actually apply the faux frosting, if you will. And I apologize, I didn't realize until I started to edit this just what a terrible camera angle this was, because you can't really see what I'm doing until I get to a top layer. But I always start at the bottom and then do like a circular motion that's really, really tiny and move my way all the way around. And then once I get to the top, we end with sort of a push down and then pull up and release. Hopefully that makes sense. It's not supposed to look perfect because in real life, when you do this on top of hot cocoa or whatever beverage you're doing it on, they never look perfect. Now it's time to embellish. So I have these paper straws. Now they are full-size paper straws that I've just cut down, and I store all of my toppings in this little tackle box. And I just like to push one of the straws in, and I make them small just because, I mean, that styrofoam ball is in the center of it, so it's not gonna go too far down. And then I always like to make a little cinnamon stick. So what I do for that is I take 2 pieces and I glue them together, and then I will paint them with brown paint, and I'll go in after that has dried with some black paint just to give them a little bit of depth. And I'll trim them down to make them smaller if needed, but I just feel like it makes them look real. Then I just decide where I want to place the cinnamon sticks, which is usually opposite the straw for visual symmetry. I have these little gingerbread embellishments. I just stick those on, and they're from the dollar store as well. So you can put whatever you want in these. It's really up to you. You can leave it as is if you don't want to add anything extra, or you can really spice it up. I'm also going to be adding some faux sprinkles, which I think sprinkles are called something different in different countries. So wherever you're from, what do you call them? I'm curious. Put that in the comment section below. I'm very interested to know. Here in Canada, we say sprinkles. Anyways, this is what the final product looks like when it's all set up. I absolutely love making these. They're so fun. I actually find the process really calming, so you might enjoy that aspect of it as well. They're really easy to customize from season to season or holiday to holiday as well. So if you can find some faux pumpkin or bat sprinkles, that'd be great for Halloween. Alternatively, you can add the fake cranberries for around the holiday season for Christmas time. Do whatever you like, and I'm sure they will turn out super, super cute. All right, thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. Make sure you're subscribed to Auntie Tay's YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any future episodes of Hey, it's Hailey. Again, my name is Hailey, and I'm the Canadian crafter behind TheFoiledPlan here on YouTube. If you want to hang out with me in between videos, you can find me over on my YouTube channel, which is TheFoiledPlan. Alternatively, all my social media links will be in the description box below, but you can find me anywhere at TheFoiledPlan. All right, I hope you have a super awesome day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!